Hi guys, so today I'm coming at you with my October favorites. I know it's the middle of November, but I wasn't even certain if I was actually going to film a favorites video because I only ever usually do seasonal favorites. But then I got to thinking, throughout the month of October, I've literally only used what I'm about to talk about, and that's it. It's been pretty standard, pretty easy, so I don't have anything else to tell you, so let's just jump right into my favorites. Okay, so first and foremost, I have been using the Tarte Amazonian Clay BB Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Light Medium, like it was my job. I really love this. I wish I knew how much I had left because it feels really light, but it gives you a nice healthy look to your skin with just enough coverage. And I feel like I need to actually order a lighter shade because I feel like this is somewhat too dark for me. This is too dark for me right now, but I'm still wearing it. So I need to get a lighter shade, but this also has SPF 20, and I really like this. And then the next product, this is kind of like a rediscovered favorite. I bought this, and then I used it like crazy, and then I kind of got distracted by other products, so I lost it. But then I was digging through my primer drawer, and I found it, and it's the Benefit the Porefessional Pore Minimizing Primer. And I'm about out of this one, but I really like this. I love this combined with the Becca Backlight Primer. That gives you a really beautiful glow, but then this I use kind of like right in this area to conceal where my pores are a little bit larger so that I can actually highlight, because this is one of the worst places to have large pores if you love highlighting, because it only makes them look larger, but this little guy fixes that right up. Since it's getting cooler outside, I am taking my nighttime skincare routine very seriously. I am using the Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask to quench skin's thirst. I have been using this every other night. Every night, if you use it every night, you're going to be an oily monster with a lot of clogged pores. But if you use this every other night, you are going to have gorgeous skin. Like, usually by this time I've got dry patches all around my nose and around the corners of my mouth, and I do not have those at all this year, and I am saying that that is because of this guy right here. And this guy is only $25. The Glam Glow Thirsty Mud Mask, that's a $70 mask. This is $25. So yes, if you don't have this and you have dry skin in the winter, get your hands on it. And then for my lips, I've been using the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask, and mine is just beat to heck because I've been using it for so long, but this is really the only thing that works on my lips at night. I was using Aquaphor, but that tends to make me break out around my mouth if I use that because it's literally like Vaseline. It's too thick. So I've been using the Bite Beauty Mask instead, and it is just getting the job done. I wake up, I don't feel like I have to slather on lip balm all throughout the day the next day. It's just this at night and maybe some in the morning, and I'm good to go. And then I've also been loving the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I was always having a problem with, I have these little wrinkles underneath my eye. There's just nothing you can do about them. They're just there. When I was little, I would always rub my eyes because my allergies are so bad, and so now I've got premature wrinkles there, but what are you gonna do? So I've been using this to set my concealer because I was having such a hard time getting my concealer to not be cakey and creasy with just a regular setting powder. So using this loose powder has really helped a lot. I'll dip my damp beauty blender in there after I've blended out my crease, and I'll just dab it right on, let it bake for like 20-30 seconds, and I'm good to go. The next product is the Body Shop bronzer in the shade 01, and I've used this so much that my package is like busted, but that's what it looks like. It's this gorgeous shade that is, I think, perfect for winter bronzing. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see this, but I'm wearing it today on my cheeks just to bronze up my face and also on my forehead. But it's very light, and so it doesn't look like I'm caking on my winter or my summer bronzer in winter. And that the bronzers I use in the summer when I'm tanner, if I use them in the winter, they tend to make me look orange, and this one is a very cool bronzer, so this is my go-to for fall and winter when I have not a trace of a tan on. The next are two brow products, and it is the Urban Decay Brow Beater, and this is the shade Warm Brown. It's literally the Anastasia Beverly Hills exact replica. You've got the spoolie on one end and the product on the other. I really, really like this. It's $1 cheaper than the Anastasia one, which, I mean, hey, over time, that's $1. But I really like this. It goes on smoothly. I feel like this warm brown, I usually use soft brown in the Anastasia Beverly Hills because the dark brown is too dark. And I feel like this is the perfect shade for my eyebrows. The other one I would always put a powder over because it was way too light and I wanted more of a bolder brow. But this is the perfect shade match for me. The other brow product I've been loving is the Ulta Brow Expert, and this is like super dirty because I've been using it so much. But you get a wax and then you get two brow shades, and this product is literally better than the Anastasia Beverly Hills powders. I don't know what they've done to this. Oh, and I'm in the shade Light. I don't know what they've done to this, but it is so good. It is so good. The powders are so creamy. They're almost like butter. Here's a little swatcher-do. But the powders are so creamy and so blendable, and I don't think you could overuse this if you've tried. I really like this, and it's only $10. Okay, the next product is actually only available in a palette, so sorry. But it's in the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Palette, and it is the highlight shade right here. And it is called Iridescent Light. It is a super pretty pink frosty highlight. It is just, it is so pretty. It makes you look like you've got a winter glow. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that right here, but oh my gosh, it is so pretty. It makes your cheeks just look lifted, and it doesn't look glittery at all. It just makes you look fresh and glowy and dewy, and it is so pretty. And you already know my thoughts about this palette, how I feel like it was kind of a ripoff, but if they don't sell this highlight on its own, you might want to get it. The next product I've got is the Rose Hydrating Eye Gel Cream from Fresh. I just got this on a whim because I saw it on Sephora, and it is the happiest. Oh my god, it made me so happy. First off, the packaging is adorable. It's like frosted glass, but it is literally the smoothest eye cream I've ever used. My under eyes have never been more hydrated. I can't even begin to tell you what they put in here, but I always have super dry skin right in the inner corner of my eyes, and I think it's because I have really bad allergies, but it always makes my concealer cake and cling to the dry patches, and it just looks awful. I used this for a week and no longer had that problem. So if you have horribly dry, puffy under eyes, let them meet their match. Then I've got two makeup brushes to talk about, and they're both from Morphe. One is the Morphe 439 face brush, and I use this for foundation, obviously, because it's dirty. But this is just awesome. It's dense enough that you can bounce your foundation in rather than having to brush it in, but it's just perfect for bouncing because I feel like the Sigma F80, what is it called? Yeah, the Sigma F80, this tends to like smash down the brush. It's not dense enough for you to be able to pat your makeup in that well, whereas this brush is perfect. It's not going to like fall to the side, and you're not going to damage the brush more, but this brush is kind of like on its last leg because that's how I prefer to put my foundation on, is by stippling it. And this is not really the best brush for that. You can hear this part of the brush is loose, and this one was, I think, half the price. It's like a $10 or $12 brush, and it is awesome. Plus it's a little, maybe not. It looks maybe a little bit smaller, but it's actually probably the same size. But there's just so many more bristles. Like if you look down at the brushes, this one has so many more bristles. So I really, really like the Morphe M439 face brush. And then the other brush from Morphe is the 107, and this is just a regular face powder brush. And I use this to set my foundation with the Laura Mercier powder, and oh my god, it makes a world of difference in your makeup if you set your foundation before you try to contour or highlight or any of that. it lets the powders glide on and blend on seamlessly without kind of like getting patchy in certain areas. And then last but not least, Batiste. This will always be my favorite. I love it, but mainly this scent is my favorite, Floral Essence. I love it. It's fresh, it's fruity. I love it. Those are my favorites for the month of October. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe so we can be friends. Until next time, bye guys.